Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people, who aren't necessarily smarter or harder working than you, just keep getting richer while you feel stuck? The truth is, it's not luck. And it's not even about how much money they make. The secret lies in habits, tiny financial habits repeated day after day that compound into wealth over time. Wealth doesn't come from giant leaps. It comes from small, consistent steps. Just like working out, one session won't change your body, but sticking with it for years? That transforms everything. Money works the same way. In today's video, I'm sharing 5 simple but powerful money habits that will slowly and steadily build your wealth. You don't need to be rich to start, but you'll definitely get rich if you keep going. And stay with me until the end, because I'll tell you a true story about a couple in Texas who went from drowning in debt to buying their first home and building an investment portfolio just by applying these habits. But before we dive in, do me a favor. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos on personal finance, investing, and self-growth. Let's get into it. Habit number 1, pay yourself first. Most people get paid, then immediately spend. Rent, bills, car, food, fun, and at the end of the month, they try to save whatever's left. Usually, that's nothing. Rich people flip the script. They save and invest first, then live on the rest. Take John, a software engineer in San Diego. Early in his career, he wasn't making much, but he made a rule. 10% of his paycheck went straight into investments, automatically. Just $300 a month at first. 10 years later, thanks to compound growth, he had over $60,000 saved, while many of his peers barely had $5,000. You see, you don't need to be rich to start, but starting is what makes you rich. Habit 2, spend less than you earn. Sounds obvious, right? Yet 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, many racking up credit card debt. The key habit, always live below your means. Lisa, a nurse making about $55,000 a year, lives in a modest apartment, drives an old car, and spends carefully. That lets her invest $500 a month. Meanwhile, her coworkers with bigger salaries buy fancy houses and new cars, but have nothing saved. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Habit number 3, track your spending. Be honest. Ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did all my money go? That happens when you don't track your spending. Studies show simply writing down your daily expenses can help people save an average of 20%. Awareness changes behavior. David from Chicago discovered he was spending $400 a month eating out without realizing it. Once he tracked it, he cut it in half and redirected the rest into investments. It might sound small, but these small habits add up. Habit number 4, build multiple streams of income. Wealthy people don't rely on just one paycheck. If you have only one job, you have only one income stream. Lose the job, lose the income. Rich people create multiple. Stock dividends, rental income, online businesses, side hustles, royalties. Mark, an IT engineer, earns his salary, but also runs a blog, a YouTube channel, and invests in dividend stocks. 4 income streams. When layoffs hit his company, he wasn't panicked because he wasn't dependent on just one paycheck. Start small, but aim for at least one additional source of income. Habit number 5, invest early and consistently. Every millionaire agrees, the earlier you invest, the better. Compound interest is financial magic. Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world. Example, if you invest $500 a month from age 25 to 65 at 8% average returns, you'll retire with over $1.5 million. Wait until 35 to start? You'll have only $680,000. That's nearly a $1 million difference, just from delaying 10 years. Remember that Texas couple? They once had $40,000 in credit card debt. But they applied these habits, snowballing debt payments, tracking expenses, living below their means. Once debt-free, they invested $300 a month into index funds. 7 years later, no debt, a small house, and $40,000 invested. All thanks to simple habits. There you go, 5 small but life-changing financial habits. Simple, yes, but it's the consistency that creates results. Quick recap. Pay yourself first. Spend less than you earn. Track every dollar. Build multiple income streams. Invest early and consistently. Start applying even one of these today, and you'll feel the difference in months and see massive results in years. Now I want to hear from you. Which habit will you start first? Drop a comment below. And don't forget, Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you won't miss more videos on money, investing, and personal growth. Wealth isn't luck. It's the result of the habits you practice every day. Choose the right habits, and your future will look completely different.